And we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the LA Chargers. Kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Pacheco once again. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, this crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Yeah, I think he was able to lean forward a little bit, but he did not get the first down. So that's a very disappointing play, as it's going to bring up 4th and
now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st down, it's Herbert. On the screen, complete to Spiller. Ooh, the juke. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
First carry now for Isaiah Spiller. Runs over it. Oh, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
21. Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Home to right. Let's go.
They run behind center with Spiller. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
This is 2nd and 8. Again on the ground, again it's Spiller. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Isaiah Spiller, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
After the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's called.
There he goes, left side. A big play there for KC. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side, and it's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a big 6 and a Charger TD. Dicker down attack on the extra point. And it's good. And they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. They go play fake. Mahomes rolling to his right. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. A big play there for KC. 54 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. From the 21, here's a 2nd and 7. Now here's Mahomes. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Mahomes now to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's going to go down here as sacked. They push him back to the 34. Joey Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
The 2nd down attempt there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. You talk about the defense for these Chargers. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're the top 10 in the league in sacks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Khalil Mack drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now when some kind of score was desperately needed.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. Butker's kick here is good.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building.
Fighting through, he's got space. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive linemen. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down. Now it's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Second and 10. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert out to his left. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Quentin Johnston, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 37. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. A run by Pacheco on second down. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. Complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, he sheds himself free. There he goes, right side. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
It's a loss of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Chiefs' 5-yard line.
Here's Herbert. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits. So everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expected miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. Shifts by him. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
They'll go right back to Spiller here on first down. A solid stiff arm. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Isaiah Spiller with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are able to add on to their first half lead. So 2 touchdowns for him on the ground in this first half, and that one a thing of beauty.
And just like his last touchdown run, we saw him be patient. How about his vision where he was able to identify where the opening was? And then how about the escort right down the field all the way to the end zone from his blockers?
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On first down, Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And Allen's going to have a Chargers first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Herbert going to change the look. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Back to the air. Herbert on second down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Again, Herbert. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. James now to return. Now they try a lateral, but it doesn't work. It's a loose ball. And picked up by the Chargers.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Herbert. On the screen, complete to Spiller. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there with a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. 1 second, all that remains. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Crowd right, crowd right, crowd right.
All right, let's control the clock here. Keep those sticks with the trick play, coach.
Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Running right, this is Spiller. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. On the counter, it's Spiller. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second and 7. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Allen! Keenan Allen with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point up and good by Dicker, and that will bump the lead up to 26. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. That is incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Let's go, let's go. Set.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. Now he's into the clear again. He may go. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Isaiah Spiller, 70 yards. And the Chargers are pouring it on.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
And this will play up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
157 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Go, hey, go, go, go. Ready?
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Herbert now. Setting up the screen. Here's Spiller. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
It's now 4th down and less than a yard.
An audible here to get a new look. They'll run for it with Spiller. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to find his tight end Gray complete. 7 yards there and a first down. And they're going to speed things up here. Mahomes now on first down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That one goes for 8 yards.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
An option handoff to Spiller.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Boy, 175 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now the pitch comes to Spiller.
They made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
They'll look to run with Spiller.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's get it now. Let's get it right now.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they will.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
27.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. And they take a knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire.